The Moonlock podcast is where we discover more about a person's creative journey. If you like the podcast and want to support it, give us a follow on Spotify and tag us on Instagram at the Moonlock Podcast and at Ramona Visit. Hello and welcome back to the Moonlock Podcast. I'm here with a very super talented and great friend of mine. She's someone who really puts some sense into you and perspective into you. So welcome to the podcast, Arga. Thank you for coming on the show and I really appreciate it.
Hello, Mon, and hello. Ano bang tawag mo sa mga nakikinig sa'yo, Mon? Do you have a particular endearment for them?
Wala pa.
Wala pa. Okay, sige. Hi there, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad to be here, Mon. Actually, I'm very excited because this is actually my first time. And sa pandemic, di ba, bihira talagang magkaroon ng mga first time na experience. So, I consider this as a milestone in my life. So, thank you for that. Thank you for this chance.
Wow. Thank you for those kind words and grabe parang milestone for you. This is such an honor.
Yes, of course.
So,
yeah, if I may share then kasi I actually wanted to have a podcast then. So sometime in 2020, I talked to some friends and parang we were actually thinking to have our podcast. Pero syempre, things change and hindi naman natin maiiwasan. So it did not materialize. So
yeah.
But then siguro nga everything happens for a reason and now I'm with you. Diba? So, different different turn. Okay. So,
yeah. Well, di ba, when I was starting to do the season 2, you were one of the people na I really thought na should be the one to premiere it. And of course, syempre sabi mo na dun sa group chat natin, kala mo ba kami i-guest? So, syempre na-pressure naman ako na, Nax, kailan mo ba i-guest tong mga to? So, alam mo yun, parang history na ng podcast ko and the episodes where people pressure me, kailan mo ba sisimulan yung next mong episode? Or, kuya, baka pwede mo naman ako i-guest sa podcast mo. Tapos para ako, okay, sige, kung gusto mo, wala naman din akong ginagawa iba. Sige, gawin natin. But, you were one of the people who really pushed to start season 2. And, I mean, a lot of people were a factor to make this like a more consistent thing. So, yeah, I'm just happy that you're here and,
yes,
you
me
were able.
also.
And I know you were busy and it wasn't really that time. So I'm just glad everything is you're free and everything really panned out. So I know that you have another guesting with Donja and you said na Derek
yes,
and Mon
that's
na
right.
tayo. So I'm really honored and thank you so much na. I mean, regardless naman kung mauna kay Donja, okay lang sa akin. I mean, hearing you and yung mga words mo na ma-share is, I think, will really give value to anyone regardless kung anong platform. So, yun. So, how have you...
I do hope, diba?
Yeah. So, how have you been and what is keeping you busy right now with another... We're already half of the lockdown ECQ ulit. So, how have you been and what's
actually,
keeping
a
you
lot
busy?
of things. Oo, kasi sa work ko ngayon as a trainer, we are actually doing a lot of trainings. So it's a stretch season. So kapag sinabi kong stretch, there are a lot of things na I wasn't able to do before, but now I have to do it. So it's a season of growth. I think there's so much growth happening for the past month, especially noong July, kasi I have to handle different, kunwari, ituturo pa lang ngayon, and then bukas i-apply na kaagad. And being the source, syempre, you're the trainer, dapat, as much as possible, we have to avoid errors, diba? So, ayun, it's like a challenging and yet interesting time of my life. Kasi so far naman, hindi tayo nagkaka-error, pero kung nagkaka-error man lang, it's something na very minimal.
Yeah.
So, ayun. And also, syempre, isa din siyang parang a mindfulness exercise that you have to be really mindful of what you say. Diba? Kasi tawag nito, as I've said, I'm the source. So syempre, I pass on knowledge, diba? And
Okay.
and not just knowledge, I also want to pass on wisdom at some point.
Yeah.
So ayun, tawag nito, it's a very good opportunity for me, an opportunity of growth.
Yeah.
So yun.
Yeah, and based from how long you've been with your company, parang you're relatively still new, 'di ba? But I mean that the trust and of course the value you provide to your trainees are something na I mean it really comes through. I mean you're someone that they should look up to, and I mean the pressure of course of providing what do you call this one? Providing, I mean, the accurate, unlike kids wherein pwede natin konting ano yun seseguyan natin, but these are adults already that you're training, and hindi lang basta-basta yung um, product or yung training na pinoprovide ninyo.
Totoo. Kasi they can tell eh. They can tell if you are just making up or they're
Yeah.
capable to have their own stand, diba?
Mhm.
So ayun nga, tawag nito, being a trainer for the past, kaka-regular ko lang, tama ka,
Hey, congrats.
6 months, diba? And it's a leap of faith to transfer to a different industry kasi for the longest time, diba? I'm in educational industry and then now advertising agency. And it all happened sa pandemic, diba?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually, it was a leap of faith. Diba? Sinabi ko nga sa inyo nila Ali, diba? When we talked about moving in or quitting jobs during pandemic. And then I just said that all you have to do is take the leap of faith and be in alignment with yourself. Kasi the moment that you aligned yourself to what you are about to do, everything will be in your favor talaga. And ako, I can attest to it because it's something that I experienced. So my contract finished as a lead preschool teacher sometime ng December 2020, diba? And I already had thoughts of actually moving into a different job. Pero ang iniisip ko noon ay I will be still be working as a teacher kasi nga parang I wanted something sure. But then again, syempre 2020 is parang kumbaga an eye opener for everyone, and it's realize natin ng 2020 ng pandemic rather na life is short. So make most of your time while you're here on earth, instead of dwelling to fear, okay, or instead of be taken aback with your doubts, might as well do what will really makes you feel alive. And so yun nga, yun nangyari. One of our good friends texted me, and then she said that, oh, I think there's a perfect job for you, Arga. And then I said, oh my God, kasi yun nga, bagong industry, advertising agency siya, di ba? And alam mo naman din ang tawag dito, impression sa mga advertising agency. It's not something na an environment that will be easy to adjust with, di ba? And then, yun nga, basta I had faith in myself, I believe in myself. And so, ayun, I knew also for a fact na marami din nag-apply na trainers din talaga for a very long time. And I also want to share na, yun, don't be intimidated pag ganon. Kasi yun naman talaga yung realidad eh. There will always be someone better than you. There will always be someone greater. But then at the end of the day, it's your character, it's your energy. And you also have to think na, yeah, everyone can be good. Pero there will be someone na parang hinahanap ng company. So if you apply for a job, you also consider na or pray rather na they will see it to you. Parang they will see it with you, yun na hinahanap nila. Kasi ayun nga eh, kasi lahat naman pwede maging magaling, 'di ba? But not everyone has parang a good character. So ayun, yun yung mga some things na talaga natutunan ko when I applied for this job. and have this awareness na ayun na you are also a work in progress, that there's so much things that needs to be worked within ourselves. So ayun, kasi kapag distracted ka na parang baka may mag-apply na mas magaling sa akin, hindi ko na to makukuha, ganyan. Yun, it will really hinder you to meet your goal. So just be open and go hard, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Or 'di ba? So ayun, 'di ba? Go hard or go home. Ayaw natin ng mga half day. So ayun, take the leap of faith and believe in yourself.
Yeah, I agree, and I like what you said. Now when you applied to your new job, you aligned yourself with what you really wanted to do. I think this is something na what you mentioned is the answer to my actual first question, but I'll just go with what I wrote here, just so everyone knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, so a friend of mine, Romina, suggested a book. So the title is "So Good They Can't Ignore You." So why skill trump passion in the quest for work you love. So I think this will somehow di naman contradict, but hindi it's something different from the last episode with Dom, where we really talk about passion and following one's dream and like that. So what the author Cal Newport did was he interviewed people who love what they did for a living, and he discovered that many people pala didn't have a pre-existing passion for the jobs that they do. And usually the passion grew because the passion grew because of the experience they got and through time. So I mean, this is something that we don't usually hear for me, because what the gurus tell us is follow your passion. So yeah, I was curious about to find out, one is how you are with your work in general. So you were able to tap on that a little bit, and then I mean, can you, I'm just also curious na if you had like a pre-existing like passion to the nature of work that you're doing, like maybe from the past teaching, or with your current job now as a trainer, pero kasi parang same lang din kasi nagtuturo ka lang demographics, diba? So yeah.
Actually, as a kid, balik tayo nung childhood days ko. I'm someone who has a lot of interests. So, if you will ask me about passion, actually, our passion kasi grows in time. And if it grows in time, it means it's capable to change. Okay? So, given that situation, I think it's limiting kasi to stay in one passion. And syempre, we do not take it against someone na, you know, they stick to what they do. Diba? Bigay natin kung masaya siya doon, diba? If that person finds joy in it. But then again, on the other side of the coin, wala din naman masama if your passion is ever changing, like what happened to me. Kasi nung bata ako, at my teacher noticed that I'm very good at drawing, but then it's something na I can only do, pero I don't find joy in doing it, diba? But then again, I'm thankful for that teacher, kasi dun para nag-spark yung the artist in me. Though if you will also check my family, my brothers are visual artists, diba? And then my dad also is an advertising photographer for a very long time. He worked sa Macan. So alam mo yon, it's something na within me, but then hindi ko din siya parang nina-nurture. Oo. So ayun din, yung teacher ko na yon, sinasali niya ako dun sa mga on the spot painting contest, but then I didn't affiliate myself with that with that talent. And then later on, nung naging traveler na tayo, I started having an interest in photography. So alam mo yun, parang nag-evolve talaga siya. And nag-evolve talaga siya. And then from photography, syempre, I took pictures. So from that pictures, I learned how to enhance those pictures. So doon naman nag-start yung pagiging graphic artist ko. 'Diba? But while all these things are happening, I'm always an educator. Oo. So, kaya parang it's really within me na teaching and at the same time learning. So, ayun. So, parang it really, kung meron mang occurring na nangyayari sa buhay ko na hindi ako aware na ginagawa ko pala siya. And that is the craftsmanship mindset. Diba? So, ayun, yun. But, yeah, for a person na nag-work yung passion mindset, why not, 'di ba? Pero okay din na meron tayo ng craftsman's mindset kasi nga we grow as we expose ourselves to different kumbaga opportunities. So, yon.
Yeah, just to piggyback on that one. So if for those who's listening, craftsman mindset is the willingness to improve and develop a set of valuable skills, while the passion
Yes.
mindset is from the word itself. You follow your passion straight out, like what can the world offer to me, like what says in the book, unlike the craftsman mindset, which is what I can offer to the people or to the world. So okay, so it wasn't really okay. So it's like you were able to identify yourself um as an educator, but I mean, what was the point na parang ito yung path ko pala, or I mean, this is where I'll align myself. How did that come about? Because
Oh, okay.
like for me, even though at 27, parang I'm still trying to gauge that niche where I will like try to excel at. Um, and I think this book is really something na sobrang sakto lang niya because I'll be starting next week or on Monday. I'll be starting my new job on Monday, and
Wow!
yeah, and
Congrats!
I mean this book really parang will be somehow a guide to how my mindset towards that job will be, because I mean of course this is something new also to me, like sa isang advertising agency din, and this is something na will be new, and of course there will be times na parang definitely there will be times na parang baka hindi ko na siya trip or something like so this is a mindset that is very something that will be useful to me. But again, going back to my question, so what did really identify na you're an educator and maybe not, alam mo yun, parang hindi mo tinry i-push through yung talagang art department or stuff?
I guess kasi being someone nga na who has a lot of interest, parang tawag nito, not everyone na may ganong kagustuhan na magkaroon ng wide na choices, 'di ba? Parang ayun, mostly parang they stick to one thing and then they will grow or nurture that one thing. So given this parang plethora of choices, ano lang din parang ayoko lang din na gusto ko lang na palaging may bago. 'Yon. Oo, I think that's it. Gusto ko palaging may bago, and at the same time palagi akong na-exercise yung side ko na pagiging flexible, na parang kung saan ka ilalagay, you will thrive, 'di ba? So, ayun, gusto ko rin din yung yung feeling na you can achieve a lot of things. So ayun. And hindi naman sa kino-contradict ko yung kasi we have this sometimes na parang thinking na you can serve two masters at the same time, 'di ba? You can actually do that, okay? But there are certain factors that you need to consider. Like syempre, you have to have time management. Oo. And then also within yourself, alam mo din kung ano yung time na parang okay, parang this kunyari as for me, okay, yung 9 to 5 job ko, it takes so much from my energy, parang hindi na maganda yung pakiramdam ko. Okay, maybe it's a time for me to have a creative rest. So kapag nag-creative rest ako, that's the time na parang okay, sige nga, check ko yung mga shots ko, baka I can create something. And then ayun, so having a break from one interest and then moving to another, it's actually parang ano din a time for you to be more effective. Oo, and to also redeem your power back. Oo, para pag na-miss mo, 'di ba? Pag na-miss mo na parang okay, parang ito naman sobra na akong I'm creating so much. Sige, kailangan ko ulit nagkaroon ng creative juices. Sige, lipat muna ako sa balik ulit ako sa pag sa 9 to 5 ko na focus. Parang ganon. And it works for me naman. Oo. And kung ganon yung parang magiging way mo, oo, dapat you also have a good gauge of yourself. Meaning, alam mo din kung saan yung limit mo. Oo na, to the point na parang, okay, parang nagsasuffer na yung talagang work ko. So, syempre, alam mo din dapat when to stop and when to start. So, yun. Boundaries of the interest, kumbaga, that you have.
Yeah. And this is what I really like when I'm talking to you, like all this self-awareness advices and sharings are really...
I've been meditating for more than a year now, and it has really served me well. So ayun, kaya siguro parang masyado akong aware of myself, parang I'm very in tune. Kaya parang alam ko kagad na okay, I needed a break from this and I need to start with this. Parang ganun. Yeah, it's really good that you are aware. Kasi you get to call out yourself.
Yeah.
Diba?
And I think it's not as simple as when it happens, you should know, no? It should take quite some time to get used to being aware of yourself. Okay. Yeah, so do you have moments wherein you felt na you weren't really motivated? What were those moments? I mean, of course, the self-awareness comes here. So what were your realizations? And I mean, before, I'm not sure if you knew the mindset, the passion, or the craftsman mindset before, but what actions did you take when you were at, like, you were just after your peak and then you were slowly coming down? So what was just the general feeling about that?
Yeah, okay. Ako, I want to answer on the yung motivation part, okay?
Yeah.
So I think yung pagiging motivated is something na nag-wear off talaga sa isang tao. It's a natural thing na parang at some point na hindi ka talaga or madedemotivated ka sa ginagawa mo. So the thing that will actually parang I believe on my stand na that will solve that part is to develop self-discipline. Kasi again, if you will not always be motivated. Minsan talaga you have these days na you don't have enough energy, or you think that yung self-doubt mo, 'di ba? Parang tawag nito, kinakain ka ng self-doubt mo. But then if you develop a self-discipline, if you have this fire within you or a routine, ganyan. So ayun, I think it's magagawa mo pa rin yung mga tasks mo or even goals mo in life. So having the self-discipline and also right habits. Sabi nga nila, if you have the right habits that you do in your as pagkagising mo pa lang, it will really shape your future. So yun, self-discipline and right habits that will complement your goals. Siyempre, iba-iba naman tayo ng goals, diba? So, there.
Okay. Cool. 100%. And I think this is something na has been, also a theme here at our house. Of course, especially right now at the pandemic, there's a lot of temptations to just lie down and do the things that watch and do and procrastinate and stuff like that.
True, yes.
It's very hard, but I think for me, I'm not really the discipline type, yung talagang like what you mentioned, but we try. I mean, we try
actually,
once at a time.
In terms of the self-discipline part, I mean, I think it's good to make parang tawag nito a list of things na parang achievable naman or something na tingin mo ma-start mo. So you can, it's not something na parang you can start really grand. It could be as simple as, stretching in the morning and then meditate a few minutes and then later on yung padagdag ka na ng padagdag.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang as you develop these habits, parang ikaw din makikita mo na parang okay, parang 1 week ko na itong tuloy-tuloy So ayun, na-work on na rin yung self-discipline mo. Parang something ganun. Kasi yun yung nangyari sa akin Parang paunti-unti muna na okay, nag-meditate ako for 3 minutes. And then tawag na to, nilengthen ko na as I go along. So ayun, hanggang sa lampas na ng 1 year.
Wow, oo nga.
Diba?
Okay. And yeah, buti ka nga natuloy yung meditation. Ako, I wasn't able to really continue with it. I
okay.
listen.
You can always go back.
Yeah, but I listen yung mga parang deep meditation, yung mga 1 hour meditation while sleeping. So I guess, I don't know. I'm hoping na that
baka very spiritual na yun mo na.
no naman. May mga parang
I like
sleep meditation.
Hey. Ako, I like headspace talaga kasi it's very direct. So, to Moonlock podcast listeners, so if you are starting or considering your meditation journey, I suggest headspace kasi it is very easy to use, kumbaga, and magagaling talaga na may mga tawag nito, may mga teachers ka. Oo.
Yeah,
I think
correct.
a lot of people are intimidated with meditation. It's because they dive into the practice without educating themselves. So ayun, so if you consider if your guys are considering to do meditation, so research muna kasi there are different types of meditation. Yeah, but so far what worked for me is yung Headspace app. So ayun, hindi to paid
No, then not paid. But
yes, oo.
If there are different types of meditation, parang what I know, syempre, the ones on the app, you have like a goal kasi na you wanted Di ba? Parang may mga ganun kang pipiliin. And then, like, I forgot na yung mga lessons, but can you just give like 1 or 2 things na how you'll get started with meditation? Like, I just thought of it lang as you'll close your eyes and then breathing exercise and then what I do kasi is like I just think of something na I should be aware of for the day. Like
okay. Sige.
Like ano bang mga ginagawa ko before? Parang I think I need to finish a task and then I'll keep thinking about that task. So doon lang ako nakafocus during that like 1 to 3 minute meditation. So is that something okay, or how do you really wanna? If I'm super noob, don't know what to do, what can you like give us an advice or a tip on how to start aside from the
Headspace?
Sige.
Sure. Okay, as I've said nga, there are different types of meditation. You can check first or research about it. I mean, hindi lang sa meditation, any hobby na if you are inclined to start, tignan mo muna, i-check mo muna yung mga detalye, okay? And then second will be, I think there's also a pressure din kasi on people na they think that when you meditate, you have to be good at meditating. Actually, you meditate because you want to be good in life and not the other way around. Oo.
Okay.
So kapag meron kasi ganun kagad na pressure na parang hindi ko magawa yung proper breathing, you actually focus on the practice the practice itself. You should focus on the results or the outcome. So ano ba yung outcome ng ating meditation, which is yung mindfulness, diba? Yung mindfulness is being present and being aware. Because if you're aware at the present time, you will be more productive. You will be more tawag nito. You will be more focused on what you're about to do. And syempre, if you are focused, most likely yung product na magagawa mo or yung goal mo, magagawa mo siya with less mistakes. Diba? Sabi nga ng isang I think it was Emily Fletcher. Yeah. She's also someone who promotes meditation, but a different type of meditation.
Mhm.
So ayun nga, tawag nito. Sinabi niya na when you meditate, something like this, hindi ito yung exact words niya. When you meditate, there will be no mistakes. So ayun. So parang ano lang ngayon, parang feeling ko yun kasi yung niya, yung parang naging effect sa kanya. Oo. Kasi ang nangyari naman sa kanya, she was a former parang sumasali sa mga beauty pageant. And then na-notice niya na hindi siya makapag-focus or hindi siya makasagot sa Q&A. So doon siya nag-reflect na what's happening? Bakit kaya parang hindi ako makasagot ng tama? Bakit hindi ako kasing articulate nung mga ibang mga sumasali, 'di ba? And so she started to look within herself, 'di ba? So ayun, doon niya na-discover na ayun na okay, hindi ako mentally present. Oo, I didn't practice mindfulness. Kaya hindi ko masagot or hindi ako maka-attend ng tama sa mga taong nasa paligid ko. So yun, doon nag-start yung meditation revolution niya, parang ganyan. I forgot kung ano yung tag niya. Pero yun, but I tried it. Oo. But the thing is, ay nga, syempre, I didn't stop na parang hindi na lang ako tumigil doon. I also research or use different apps. And ayun nga, sabi ko nga sa'yo, mas nag-work sa akin yung Headspace. Yes. Kasi yung Headspace kasi, it deals with with different emotions. Like there's a particular meditation about, kunwari, if you are experiencing loneliness. So yun, meron silang specific or designed na meditation that will address that feeling. Oo. So if you want to be more grateful, meron din sila. Parang gano'n. Yun. Kaya I find it really easy to use. Kasi you can just parang tell immediately na parang okay, parang ang temahan ng buhay ko ngayon ay kunwari loneliness. So yun. So you can just check their courses and then okay, and then ayun na, iba-iba din yung duration niya. So far yon sa mga listeners, that's what I've been doing then. Kasi alam ko nasa bahay lang tayo palagi and it's so easy to get distracted. So meditating helps me to focus, helps me to be present, to be mindful sa aking gagawin or sa aking mga different hats na kailangan kong gampanan, diba? Kasi I have diba, different jobs. I'm a trainer, and then I do photography side jobs, and then I also edit ganyan. So ayun. Yes.
Like I remember.
Kaya diba?
Yeah, I remember like there are some exercises where like you compartmentalize the feelings that you have. There's one na parang I use it while I'm driving eh. Like every time na I get irritated about the road, like I always say feelings, and then there's something I forgot kasi I haven't been able to to use the app na. But
it's okay.
Parang when you feel that parang everything around you is happening like that, so you're trying to feel something, so you're just being aware na you have this feeling. So parang at that time, parang you get to cool down, like this is not on you, like this is just part of whatever's happening. So parang may yun parang feelings parang pag nagda-drive ako. And then I don't know, that's just me like trying to do di ko alam kung gano'n ba talaga gagawin yung exercise, but I think that worked for me at some point because because of course I've suddenly become aware of the things surrounding me, and I have to go back and do that, re-download that.
Yes, I encourage you, 'di ba? Kasi I think you've already experienced din naman for the effects of meditation for quite some time, 'di ba? But then kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, if you stop, it doesn't mean na you can't go back. You can always go back, 'di ba? So ayun.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I'll just tweak this question a little bit, but why do you think what were okay, so you had different jobs, right? What were the
Mm.
reasons, of course, why you left a certain job? Of course, those jobs were like really stable, really good, matagal ka din doon, but what
Mm,
were just the
mm.
key reasons why you have to move on from a certain job?
Very simple. Kasi it has become my comfort zone for the very long time.
Mhm.
And naging ano na rin ako, parang naging aware na rin ako na parang, okay, parang it's the same thing. Parang nagiging ibang form lang. But then, if you looked at it, it's really like I'm dealing with kids, 'di ba? I mean, masaya mag-work sa with kids, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Pero yung time na yon, I have this parang feeling within myself na I know I can ano pa, I can do different things pa aside from this. So
Mhm.
yun yung nag-push sa akin. Oo, yun yung nag-push sa akin na to finally apply sa and move to a different industry.
Mhm.
And yun, tawag nito, it worked for me, thank God. So ayun, I think having this ano lang, tawag nito, yung kagustuhan mo na ikaw din, you want to grow.
Mhm.
Oo. And if you really, syempre, if you really want something, your actions will have to align or will make sure na magpo-proceed ka dun sa goal na yun. Eh yung goal ko na yun is to really move out from my comfort zone. So
Okay.
yun. That's what happened. Oo. So ayun, tawag nito parang if you feel like you are shrinking yourself already, you're becoming so big on one area of your life, you don't have to adjust, diba? So you can actually let go and try another thing so
Mhm.
that you can see na parang okay, ito pala yung change na kailangan ko.
Yeah.
Oo. Ito pala yung tawag ito na kailangan ko nang gawin. Kaya pala hindi na ako I couldn't find joy on that part of my life anymore because I'm ready for the next season.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, and looking at what you said, it's more like of course you wanted to improve and take up new challenges, right?
Mm, mm.
Um
Very madrama nga yung ano ko eh.
mhm.
Yung naalala ko yung sa interview ko noon. Kasi sabi nung nag-interview sa akin na parang bakit what is your reason nga bakit ka magko-quit ng job mo? And then ang immediate na answer ko ay teaching has served me well, but it didn't make me fly. Parang yun yung sinabi ko.
Yeah.
Kasi parang ano na lang eh, kumbaga, parang ano na lang, yun at yun lang din yung ginagawa ko, 'di ba?
Mhm.
And I'm dealing with kids. So at first, syempre no mga unang mga years, it was really a good experience and bigay natin doon yung kaya na work on yung mga ibang virtues ko. Wow, yung mga patience,
Mhm.
ganyan, yung pagiging flexible and pagiging tawag nito, yung kaya talagang mag-adjust sa language kasi syempre you have to talk differently with kids, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So ayun, and now I'm dealing with adults. Pero sabi ko nga sa kanila, I still believe na they are childlike. So
Uh-huh.
ayun, it's ano, parang it's actually ano eh, tawag dito mas mahirap magturo ng mga kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Oo,
True, true.
mahirap 'di ba? Alam mo 'yan, 'di ba
Uh
mon? In Kidzania. Ayan, 'di ba? Mga pinalaki tayo ng ano, Kidzania from 17 years old, 'di ba?
yeah.
Yeah, about 17 years old. So ayun.
Yeah, I like what you said when you mentioned that of course you love teaching served you well, but they'll make you fly. Like, of how will you be able to know which or how will you able to get that break then, 'di ba? If you're still confined on that space, like
True,
maybe
yes, 'di ba?
maybe trying something else or shifting to a new situation might help you with reaching that goal, but at the same
Mm-mm.
time, you really wanted to do you really want to do it because of maybe I can still do something new challenges that
Mm.
I'll learn, new skills that you'll be able to develop, and then maybe get that break. Or if not, then maybe you hindi ka naman stagnant when you leave, eh. You continuously evolve
True.
from one job to another. And yeah, going to my next question is, of course, you have experiences with teaching, but I want to know how your travels and your photography help you, like, just make all the experience come into one. Like, how did it
Actually, I'm
help you
very
get
thankful to
better? Yeah.
to traveling nung pwede pa talaga mag-travel, 'di
Yeah.
ba? Oo, kasi yun din yung tawag nito, kumbaga na-park ko kasi yung artistic side ko for a very long time because I've been teaching nga. And then nung nag-start ako mag-travel, parang sabi ko, ay sayang naman, tawag nito, I wanted something na parang I will have a memory of the places that I've been traveling to.
Mhm.
And so doon na ako okay, why don't I take photos? So ang ironic, 'di ba? My dad is an advertising photographer, pero
Yeah.
actually he didn't like inspire me to
Mm.
start with photography.
Yeah.
Oo, kasi nung bata pa ako, I just saw that job as something na magbibigay sa amin ng or nagbabayad ng bills, gets mo? So
Yeah.
it's not something special. Oh, so parang I had a different take kung paano nag-start yung photography, and that is nga through traveling.
Mm.
And so sabi ko ganun, okay, dapat ma-document to. Ganyan. So yun, so the way for me to document it is to take photos. And then when I started taking photos, sabi ko, ay, doon mo na makikita na parang kunyari when you look at other people's pictures of this particular place, doon ka na magiging aware na parang okay, parang iba yung nakita ko.
Mhm.
Oo. So yon, doon na ako bumili ng mga equipment, ayan yung mga iba't ibang mga camera kasi nga mas nagiging mas gusto ko na mas quality na yung mga memories or yung mismong pictures.
Yeah.
And then so parang personal, medyo emotional yung start ko doon sa photography kasi nga I wanted to parang kumbaga stop the moment or freeze that time through a picture. So ayun, and then I bought some cameras, ganyan. And then syempre, gusto mong i-enhance, may inspired ka dun sa mga kuha ng mga ibang mga tao, and then you'll have your own interpretation. So ganun nag-start yung yung photography ko na goes hand in hand with traveling. Oo. Kasi tawag ito, ang daming misconception kasi ayun nga, maraming may alam na my dad is a photographer.
Yeah.
Actually, he came back advertising photographer na ulit siya. He's also working in a advertising agency now. So, parehas kami nagtatrabaho sa ahensya.
Uh-huh.
Pero magkaibang ahensya. So, ayun, tawag ito. So, parang inaano nila na parang ina-associate nila kagad na parang, okay, kaya yan mahilig sa photography kasi
Because
dad
of your
niya
dad,
photographer.
yeah.
Well, eto na. Just so we're clear, everyone. So ganito po yung nangyari. It's actually traveling ang nag-spark ng interest ko sa photography. Yeah.
Okay.
And then with photography, doon naman nag-spark yung pag-edit ko or yung paggawa ng graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So parang yun, nag-grow ka nga, diba? As you go along. Na you don't just stay in one area.
Mm-hmm.
Parang nagba-branch out ka din eh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like what you mentioned a while ago. When you're kind of burned out with your regular job, you can go back to your passion, your hobbies. Not necessarily na you have to do it like a part-time or whatever, but just to have a new perspective and have something fresh, and then go back to what you're doing to give a new perspective na we can like do it this way or do it this way because of what you experience with your passion or with the hobby na you were doing.
Yes, at saka 'di ba ngayong pandemic, it's very hard to travel, but then if you have this photos of your previous travels, it somehow brings you back to that place again. And when you are parang there, when you look at the photos, you will be reminded of the things na experience mo doon, 'di ba? Or the things na natutunan mo when you're there. Like for me, when I look at Batanes, diba Batanes is parang pivotal sa akin yun yung pagpunta ko ng Batanes Diba? It's something that is close to my heart because I did something symbolical there. So kapag binabalikan ko yung mga photos na yon, hindi lang dahil maganda yung place, it also reminds me of the things that I'm capable of doing.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a break. Let's take a quick break. So, Arga, do you like online shopping? Do you use Shopee?
Yes, of course. I love online shopping. Diba? We deserve everything.
So, let me tell you that you can help the podcast by purchasing through Shopee. So, are you looking to upgrade your current work from home setup? Check exciting deals and promos only on Shopee by supporting the podcast by typing podlink.co//6VE. That's podlink.co/6VE. That's V for victory on your browser before you check out. When you buy from the Shopee affiliate link, you'll be able to support the podcast. The podcast will receive a small amount of commission with no added cost to you. So if you want to help the podcast, make sure to use the affiliate link, podlink.co/6v8. That's podlink.co/6v8. Ayun, that's it.
Yay! Kaya pala ako nag-orange, diba?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you plug in the middle. Naririnig-rinig ko lang siya tapos ngayon parang I had to make a spill out of ano. All right. So, let's go to the next half of our episode, which is a few of our Cals or a few of our friends were kind enough to send in their questions.
Kai!
Yes, okay. So we have a question from Elaine. So it's Bacon Bits, and she asks,
Elaine.
what do you look forward to on days where it seems like it's not easy to? Yeah.
Okay. So ang question mo ay what do I look forward to? I guess it's my parang I wanted to like make most of this time by trying out different things such as this, yung podcast. And I know siguro lang din, being open to different opportunities na doesn't come in the usual package. Oo, kasi syempre dahil pandemic times, parang we tend to have this thinking na hindi na yan mangyayari kasi pandemic, okay? But then if it's if you have this parang hope within you na you can still actually experience new things even at this pandemic, then ayun, you can always anticipate new experiences. Yun, siguro yun, yung anticipation of new experiences na kahit na you don't know kung ano talaga, but it can really happen.
Thank you so much, Elaine. And
yes, thank you,
Elaine.
You, Cal. Medyo challenging yung question mo.
Oo nga.
Pero yun nga, Elaine. Yeah, anticipate new things. Yun.
And I think when it comes to opportunities right now during the pandemic, I mean, for me, you don't look for anything really grand right now. Like, I mean, the small stuff can be considered as an opportunity that you can look forward to. And I think most people, if not, ako lang pala. Well, ako lang. Maybe they're thinking of something really, really big kasi na maybe they're missing on the small opportunities na they don't really look into. So yeah, I think we can sort of shift the focus there. Like baka you're thinking na tumaya ako a while ago and then you're looking forward to wala namang sa maharap. But I mean the expectations, I mean that's what I learned during the pandemic. You just set your expectations not really that high. Like I wanted to say na go for it, but just want to be real, guys. So yeah.
Totoo. Or yun nga, yung tawag nito, anticipate new things, and at the same time, syempre we are conditioned that things come this way, ganyan. So right now, it's in a different package, different flavor.
Yeah.
To complement your answer. O
Great
yan,
first
Alena,
question.
Sinagot namin dalawa ni Mod yung tanong mo.
Great first question. So for the second one, we have Donjo. Hello,
Hi,
Donjo.
Donjo. Hi, partner.
So very supportive of the podcast. He asks, what is your favorite subject when you take photographs? Yeah.
Actually, that's the thing. I don't have a favorite subject. Kasi nga, I find it, kunyari, I find it limiting kung you will focus on one subject or one, kasi kapag nag-focus ka lang sa isang subject, you tend to miss out other parts of a place, diba? Or kaya if you focus on one person to photograph, you will kumbaga disregard the beauty of the other people. So ayun, to answer your question, Donjo, I don't have a particular or a favorite subject. Diba? I go for the bigger picture. Ayan. Very gestalt psychology ang atake natin doon. Diba?
But did you have like
greater.
Yeah. But did you have like a season wherein it was portraits, like for a time it was just portraits, and then for the other afterwards, like you had puro landscape lang or objects? Did you have like a season like that, or was it always like whatever's in front of you, you just maximize everything?
It's always been a variation of different things. Kaya if you will look at my my photos or even yung mga albums ko sa Facebook, because I finally had the courage to show the world what I see behind my lens, diba? So ayun, iba-iba talaga siya. But then I always receive this compliment na there's parang a drama in the photos that I take. Oo, parang there is something na nararamdaman daw nila kapag tinitingnan nila yung pictures na kinunan ko. So, which is, yeah, that's, I think art is all about. Art is not being always beautiful. It's supposed to make you feel something.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like question, diba? To impose questions. Yun.
So is there like when you take pictures, like you want the people seeing it to be happy? Were you aware of that, or is is that just something that comes with after you post na parang Arga ano ito? Like Arga, was there like I felt happy because of your photo, or like I felt there's like an edgy feel about the photos?
Yeah, there's this one friend of mine na na-touch ako dun sa sinabi niya na parang, alam mo Arga, if you're listening, AJ, natandaan ko talaga tong compliment mo na to alam mo Arga, kapag nalulungkot ako, I make it a point to visit your Instagram, and all of a sudden, I feel a sense of positivity in my life. And ayun, siguro, if you will ask me kanina, diba sabi mo if there's a certain goal with my pictures, ayun siguro, I take this one seriously Now, when I post something on my feed, it serves as my vision board. So of course, if it's a vision board, you don't want to put anything that will give negative feelings. Or you also, when you take a look at it, it's something visionary. It's something that will give you hope.
Mm-hmm.
So yon, tawag nito. Kaya siguro din niya na-take yun. Na-take yun na parang kapag everything seems low in her life, ayun. And it's actually beyond my goal eh. So nag-transcend kumbaga. Nung sinabi niya yun na parang, really? Actually, it's just for me. But I'm very happy and very honored na I gave you this type of hope when you go to my page. So listeners, if you're not following my page,
yeah, that's
simpleng plug.
that's Arga
Follow my Instagram.
JPG.
Yeah. Yes.
Arga
it's arga.jpg.
JPG.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diba? It's no longer the daily candy. It's arga.jpg.
Arga. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Donjo, for the question. Yeah. Oh,
yes,
naman.
thanks, partner.
Naman. So we have another question from Z Herrera.
Hi Z, thank you so much.
Yeah, how or where do you find inspiration for your photos, and what's your process for producing such amazing photos?
Wow, thank you. Amazing, ha? Parang ano lang, tawag nito, commercial. Okay, inspiration. Siguro, ano lang, tawag nito, I wanted to be better dun sa craft na ginagawa ko. And so, kapag meron kang ganong kagustuhan or meron kang ganong goal, it serves as your inspiration. So, for me, that's it. Natatawa nga ako minsan eh. Kaya may mga edit ako or may mga kuha ako way back 2012. 2012 kasi nag-start yung aking photography. Ang tagal na pala, no? It's already 2021. And then when I look back, nung time na yon, galing na ako sa sarili ko noon. Oo, parang sabi ko, uy, ganyan, ano na to, parang best na. And then, nung kinompare ko na ngayon, parang I can really say na parang, okay, off yung rule of thirds ko dito. Dapat yung composition mo. Yung parang naging ganun na.
Naging technical na.
Naging technical na ako na parang, okay, ang edit ko dito more of sepyatic. Diba? Kasi ganun yung mga edit before, diba?
Yeah.
Tawag nito, polar, ganyan. So parang ngayon makikita mo na talaga na parang may mga shadows, may mga depth of field. So yun din, it's a way for me to assess myself din na if I really grow dun sa craft na yun. So yun, Z, my inspiration and for photography, oo. Also, siguro I can say din sa iba din na work ko or anything na kailangan kong gawin, I wanted to be better than what I am today. Yon. And tinanong niya process?
Yeah. Process okay. For producing photos.
Okay, so photos. Meaning, tawag nito, I'm interpreting siguro, the process question as
technical?
As kunyari, yes, it's something technical, no?
Yeah.
Okay, number one, don't be like, kasi parang sinasabi nila na parang, okay, ang ganda ng picture na yan kasi maganda yung camera. Or maganda kasi yung phone na gamit niya. It's not really because of the tool that you're using. It's actually the one who is using it. So yon, it's how you maximize the tool. Okay. So yon, don't be like super, you don't have to be upgraded yung mga device mo.
Yeah.
Yung just so know lang kung how you will maximize what you have. So yon, that's it. Maximizing what you have. Diba? Regardless kung phone ba yan, kung camera ba yan gamit mo. Diba? And then number two is to have this, tawag nito, kumbaga, have a theme of your photo. Okay? So as for me, diba, I want to parang offer a positive vibe. O kaya if you will look at my photos, it somehow parang shows hope, diba? Expresses something na there's a rainbow after the rain, parang ganyan. So yun, have that sense of parang thing when you team pala when you take photos na parang para may direction ka, 'di ba? So yun. And then third will be apps. Okay? Tawag nito, yung wag ka lang mag-stick. Oo. Wag ka lang mag-stick na kunyari Visco yung gamit mo. You can actually put flavors on your or timpla dun sa picture. Like kunyari you want the colors from Visco, you can then edit it sa PixArt if you want to add more edge to it, parang ganyan. So don't just wag tayong makulong sa dahil ginagamit to ni ganito. Oo, you can actually experiment, keep experimenting until you find your own kumbaga take on these photos. Ganyan. So yun lang naman. I think yun naman yung process ko. And dadagdagan ko, number 4 pala. Tignan mo din yung how others take photos. Oo.
Yeah, definitely.
Oo, yun. Diba? I-check mo din yung mga work ng iba. Not to compare, but more of be inspired. Oo. And at the same time, para maging aware ka din na parang, okay, yung angulo na to pala, parang okay din siya na itry. Oo. So, yun. So, definitely, yung mga trabaho or like yung mga product ng pag-picture mo, definitely other people looks at it, diba? And they also learn from what you offer. So ganun ka din. I-check mo din yung what they put on the table, diba? So yun. So yun, Z, sana may sense yung yung sagot ko. Pero kung hindi man clear, I'm more than willing to help you out. I-DM mo lang ako.
Yeah, DM mo lang siya sa arga.jpg. Yes. Instagram. But the inspiration part, you look at other work to get inspiration is very, very true. Try mo din mag-TikTok, Z. Maraming hacks sa TikTok. I mean, you just I'm super into the learning aspect of the things na pwede mga hacks sa TikTok. So you go there, and then I'm really excited to see your work and your shots.
Thank you, Mon.
Yun. Yeah, and then just before we end, I just want to say thank you so much for joining the podcast.
Mon, thank you.
But
seriously, thank you.
Last question before we end. So what is a piece of advice that you wish you knew when you were younger?
Okay. Very easy question to answer. And my answer is do not be afraid to commit mistakes. Nung dati kasi, I'm really afraid to fail. But now, I'm not afraid to commit mistakes. Mas may learning kapag nagkakamali ka. Kapag hindi ka nagkamali, doon hindi siya something na to be proud of, kasi ibig sabihin you keep on doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And you are not trying other things. So yon, do not be afraid to commit mistakes or do not be afraid to fail.
Okay, I think that should be it. Thank you so much,
yes.
Arga.
Thank you, Mon. My
thank
God.
Thank you.
Ang saya. Thank you. Sana nag-enjoy ka, Mon.
Yes.
Hindi ka na-overwhelm sa mga sinasabi ko. Kayo din, mga listeners, okay? If there's something na hindi clear sa sinabi ko, I'm willing to clarify.
And again, where can they find you?
Okay?
Where can they find you?
Arga.jpg. Instagram, okay?
Instagram. And
yes.
she's very active on LinkedIn, guys. So Instagram and LinkedIn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Instagram and LinkedIn. You're right.
Do you want to say anything else before we end?
Nothing. I think I've said so much already.
Yeah.
So again, mas ma-overwhelm sila. But then again, listeners, thank you so much for spending your precious time with us. Ayan, we really appreciate that you hear us. So, ayun. I hope that you keep on listening sa podcast ni Mon. Very, very intellectual conversation and very meaty. Baka nandito na po yung advice or yung kailangan yung marinig, di ba, sa kanyang mga podcast.
Thank
So,
you.
yun
Thank
lamang
you.
po.
I really, really
I'll
appreciate
promote this
you.
one also sa Instagram ko. Thank you
Yes.
so much,
Thank
Mon,
you.
bro.
Thank you.
Grabe. What an experience.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone again for listening to the
Yes.
podcast, watching on Facebook. I know this is pre-recorded, but thank you so much for hanging out this Sunday. And I hope, again, you guys are really well. We are on another lockdown, and I hope you're all safe. Please, please, please make sure to follow us on Spotify. That's the Moonlock Podcast. Also like our Facebook page, that's the Moonlock Podcast as well. If you have YouTube, follow my YouTube channel. It's Moonlock, but you can just search for my name, Ramon Nagdisit. Connect with us, leave us a comment, share with us your thoughts, share us on your stories. We would like to connect and know what's your if you like the podcast, if you didn't like it, just let us know. This will help
Yes.
us
Diba?
improve. And again, as always, guys, wear your mask, wash your hands, all those reminders, and keep safe. Peace.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.